There is nothing in this world that I love more than factual information. Okay, I love it. I love facts. And it seems like here, right here, our boy Scott, he gave us some facts.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so we already know the San Antonio Spurs are talked about on all media circuits at this point. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. Hey, what can you do? Now, one thing that's been pretty consistent is there hasn't been a lot of trash talk when it pertains to Wemby, right? The only things that we've heard when it comes to Wemby is just teams basically being jealous and having a reason to hate him. Like we've had OKC fans that get upset because they're like, Chet Holmgren's better. Or we've had like Houston Rockets fans get upset because Şengün is better. It's all silly nonsense, and it really just comes down to them, kind of hating. Let's just be honest. They're kind of hating on the fact that they didn't get Wemby. Not all of them, not all the fans, but there is a substantial amount of fans on that side of things that hate on Wemby. But other than that, everybody's been pretty positive. He's one of those guys that's kind of hard to hate, hard to dislike. Everything that he says is quite philosophical. Everything that he says is way older than what he actually is. Everything he says is kind of that old school mentality, right? When it pertains to, I'm gonna play, I want to play, I have a commitment to my team. He's not all about the glamour, right? Now, while he is marketed like crazy, okay, and we saw that great Nike logo. Hold on, actually, I'm not even going to make this an individual video. I'll just show you it in here. If you guys have not seen this thing, it is gorgeous. Hold on. Dead name Twitter. Let's see. It is so good. And I am not even crazy about logos like that. But those fine folks over at Nike did an ad. And this is for the solar eclipse several days ago. And they showed off this beauty. Oh my God, look at oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, dude. That is absolutely gorgeous. I know it's a basketball or whatnot. It's kind of cool, but oh man, I kind of wish they would have like just cut this part out. Maybe just put the Nike right here so it's not so big. But it's dope, man. It is dope. That is really cool. So he is getting marketed like crazy, but we already know that he's been very open and honest about, hey, I don't really care about all this stuff, right? I just want to hoop. I just want to play ball. I mean, I want to make my money. Money's important, but I just want to play ball. Anyways, let's see what Scott has to say about Wembanyama. All right, Wemby.
Defending champions.
So, for all of you people out there that have votes, listen to me closely. It's not his fault the Spurs stink. It's not his fault he's the number one pick because he's that good. So why are we penalizing him for only 18 wins? Rudy Gobert cannot score at all if he was wide open underneath the basket all night long. But he can play a little defense. But he's on the winning team because he's playing with a superhero in Ant-Man.
Ask yourself this. You take Rudy Gobert and you put him,
Wait, what are we arguing? Completes historic rookie season in NBA. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure we're talking about defensive player of the year, but he's talking a little bit about offense. So I don't know.
You're not Rudy Gobert, but you take this kid.
And put him in Ant-Man?
Come
on, you mean, boy.
Walk out
of here right now.
Any top 16, watch their defensive numbers go up, and then people can't load up on
Go
it.
take another mark, 3D.
See, you think that it's sped up, but he's just so excited that that's like normal speed.
Boy, now you're talking, boy. Good gracious, Dave.
I believe you put him on any top 16 in the West or East.
Come
watch what the
on,
defensive numbers-
preach.
It would be hands
Preach.
down. He would be defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Come on. So why are we understand it?
It's like easy. Like it's such a easy. It's just one of those things he's an anomaly, right? Like the Spurs are number one when he's on the court. We're near last when he's not. It's very simple. It's no one else has this type of impact. This is one of those situations where he should be an anomaly, right? We haven't really had this big of an issue when it comes to MVP. Like I said, MVPs, usually it takes a few years for them to kind of get close to their prime. And at that point, then their team is a little bit more established and they have guys that's built around them. And then, at that point, they just so happen to be a winning team. But I mean, if you had a freaking rookie coming in averaging 40 points per game, then we would have to have the conversation about, okay, this is an anomaly. But with this one, this in particular, okay, Wembanyama, this is an anomaly. He deserves Defensive Player of the Year, hands down. There shouldn't be a discussion here. It shouldn't be what about this? What about that? No, in all metrics, we don't have to just look at steals. We don't have to just look at blocks. All metrics, all advanced metrics points towards this guy being the best defender in the NBA, period. Point blank, period. He changes so much when he's on the court. It's absolutely ridiculous, to the point where we even have Draymond Green saying, it is exhausting when you have to play Wemby. Like, good God, he's a rookie, yeah, but he deserves it.
All about winning, yes, but don't penalize him for his efforts because he plays the right way every night. They're on a bad team. That's
Yeah, and he does a phenomenal job. This is all facts. There's no reason for it to be construed any other way. Let me see here. Let's see what the typical NBA fans are saying. Wemby for Defensive Player of the Year all the way. Let's say celebrate his hustle and heart on the court. Win for the win. Agree. Bang, bang, bang. I don't know what that means. 3D. What does scoring have to do with winning Defensive Player? That's what I said. You're penalizing Rudy for not being able to score. That was weird. I didn't really understand. Yeah, I didn't understand that. Let's see. Defensive Player of the Year isn't MVP. It's best defensive player. Rudy Gobert is the best defensive player on the best defensive team. It's been like this all year consistently. Rookie of the Year just started this ridiculous run a few months ago. Credit to him. He's great, but not the defensive player. That's so silly. Like, Rudy Gobert is the best defensive player on the best defensive team. Yeah, he's the best defensive player on the best defensive team. Okay. Okay. What does the defensive team part have to do about it? And I get what he's saying. It's like, oh, it's always been this way. But this is an anomaly. Like, the amount of... It's not like Wemby is just like, oh, he's just a good defender, right? He's a good defender, you know. But there is a huge difference in which he makes the entire team so much better. So much better. I don't know. Let's see. Tim Duncan never won Defensive Player of the Year. Clearly, winning isn't that important for the award. I guess I would have to look at who won over Tim Duncan for those years. You guys can tell me in the comments. He's right. Yes. Nike's always on my stuff, by the way. Shout out to Nike. Facts. Defensive Player of the Year. Facts. When did winning matter in Rookie of the Year race? Okay, I think a lot of people got confused on what they're talking about here. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, he deserves Defensive Player of the Year easily, okay? Easily. I don't think that should even be a discussion. But anyways, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video and this channel for the entire season. As I always say, use the link in my description. You'll receive 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500. So that means you put in $100, that's $125 to play with. Put in another 100, that's $125 to play with. Well, 225 total, right? You put in another 100, 225 to play with. So right there, then, and you're good. So this is NBA Draft 2024. If you're wondering how you make any type of bet, you just go to basketball here. And then I found NBA Draft. And let's see, who else? Let's do one that's a little bit more likely, right? Topic, he has the 3rd best odds of going number 1 overall. So what would that look like? Okay, that's pretty good. If you bet on Topic, that's $10. If you put in just $10, that's $50 winning. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, anyways, I actually, by the way, guys, I really like Stephen Castle. That's one person I don't talk about enough. We're going to get through all these players, mind you. Like, when it's all said and done, when the season's over, because it'll be over soon, we're going to go through all these players. Or maybe we'll just go through the ones that's more likely. I'll do my research on ones outside of what the Spurs will get, but we'll just take a look at all these guys. And it should be fun. It should be fun. I had a lot of fun when I looked into a lot of draft picks, and then we came in and we were like, okay, let's actually take a look at what's going on here. That was a lot of fun. Anyways, yeah, big shout out to BetUS, man.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
But yeah, if you're saying that he doesn't deserve Defensive Player of the Year at this point, it's kind of indefensible. I mean, I'm just being honest. There's like no defense to it. You can say, I mean, the only thing that people say to discount him is say, oh, well, wins. And it's like, well, dang, Defensive Player of the Year. I didn't know you had to be the Defensive Player of the Year and your team had to be great defensively as well. It's like, at that point, he can't win that individual award. That's just silly. Anyways, I will get with you guys later. Until next time, man. Bye.